We are in this big plaza that is called Plaza Hatumpata, probably here. The population participates in different religious activities, festivals, parties, and religious processions in honor to the sea and the moon. But in the regular days, the big plazas became in markets where the population practiced different trading activities with other people. But let's talk about the architecture in the complex, because the Lima civilization built the temple of Huaca Pucllana with a famous bookshelf technique. You can see to the adobitos or mud bricks are similar to the books put in a bookcase. And this kind of architecture allowed to Huaca Pucllana be flexible and resistant to the earthquakes or tremors. You know, Peru is located in a special area that suffers little tremors and sometimes big earthquakes for the presence of the Nazca tectonic plate. For this reason, these people try to look a solution to this kind of phenomenon. For example, you can see between the adobe bricks spaces. These spaces released the earthquake energy. And other factors that you can find here are the triangular and trapezoidal panels to make more stable the architecture of the complex. You know, this archaeological site has been built 1,500 years ago. View about this archaeological site. Originally, the temple of Huaca Pucllana was much bigger, approximately 20 or 18 hectares. Now you can see only 6 hectares because the urbanization in Miraflores made to disappear part of this architecture. Around here you can see the buildings and houses has been built on the archaeological site. But now we are in the ceremonial area of the temple, and you can see here the 2 most important public plazas. The first one, where is located a bridge, is the Plaza of the Sacrifice Women, where the local archaeologists found 8 bodies belonging to young women between 12 to 25 years old. And over there you can see the second plaza, the Plaza Hatumpata, where the local archaeologists found 26 bodies more, just women. Probably they select only women because they found a connection between the women and the most important goddess, the sea and the moon, or probably in honor to the fertility or for the matriarchal government to exist in the complex, where the women had a power. The sea and the moon. And the local archaeologists found remains about these offerings inside of the dirt holes, like spondylus seashells, coca leaf, fluid and vegetable seeds, needles, and a lot of vertebrae of the sharks. Because a shark was a symbol to the sea, the most important god of this civilization. And you know that Lima's Limeños ate shark meat just in special banquets or in special occasions. And some places of the temple were decorated with yellow color like this. This one is an original yellow color to the Lima people obtained for this mineral that is called limonita or iron oxide. Now this color is in a conservation process for its preservation. Trees to support a roof, but originally the real posts were higher. Probably here in middle of the plaza, the Limeños practice different worship activities that include big banquets where the principal meal was the shark and this typical alcoholic drink similar like artisanal maize beer that is called chicha de jora. To the Lima people keep the chicha de jora in big vessels similar to the replicas. Civilizations or local kingdoms. And one of them was the Ichmas, the last one occupation in the complex. The Ichma people appeared approximately in 1000 after Christ, and when they arrived here, they used this archaeological site like a cemetery for the common people and one special place to offerings. Here you can see the recreation about this Ichma ritual, where you can see how these people left offerings dedicated to Pachacamac God, the sacred pole that you can see in middle of the celebration. Pachacamac was known such as god of the earthquakes or the creator. And you can see here some of the most important offerings dedicated to Pachacamac God, like cotton, maize, lima beans, coca leaf. But the most important offerings to these people left in the complex were frogs. Over there you can see this typical lichma has a ceramic, and inside it you can see many frogs. Why frogs? Because you know, in Peru or in other places in the world, many people believe to the frogs have a connection with the humidity or with the presence of water. And you know that in the Peruvian coast, especially here in Lima City, no rain too much. Because the rain in Lima is approximately 7 or 15 milliliters per year. And if you compare with other places in the world, it's nothing. For the reason that Ichma people made these kind of offerings in honor to the coming of the water in the coast rivers, necessary for their daily activities. Because the water of the coast rivers come from the Andes, especially from the glaciers or from the rainy season in the Andes that is produced between December until March. And to eat duck meat, like a principal ingredient in the preparation of different Peruvian dishes. And in the other section, we are going to see the famous South American families. In the family of the South American families, we are going to find llamas, alpacas, guanacos, and vicuñas, but in this opportunity we are going to see only alpacas. And the pre-Hispanic civilizations domesticated and they considered them as pack animals, especially the llamas. In some opportunity they ate alpaca meat because it's a healthier meat and it's low cholesterol. And other people used the llamas and alpaca fiber in the preparation of the textiles and traditional vestments. Here, the sweet potato or camote, principal complement in different dishes. And this typical bean or frijol that is called payares that contain a fiber and a lot of protein. Here you can see the recreation about the limas or limeños in the preparation of adobitos or mud bricks. In the first space you can see how this typical lima or limeño try to mix the materials just by feet. You know that they used a mix of materials in the preparation of adobe bricks like soil, clay, water, little pieces of seashells and gravel to make strong the adobitos. And in the second space you can see how they made the shape of adobe bricks just by hands, without molds. Probably all population participate in this activity like a social and communal work, or maybe like special offerings in honor to the principal idols. And finally, you can see too the adobe bricks were sun-dried, so they didn't bake the bricks. But this activity depends on the season. For example, in summertime, they took 2 or 3 days to dry the adobe bricks. But in winter, it's about 1 or 2 weeks because you know Lima in winter is so humid because Lima City can get in winter approximately 99% of humidity. And here you can see how this typical limeño try to break the ceremonial ceramic with this stone, like a symbolic act, because they try to give to the gods the time or the labor that they took in the preparation of this special pottery. But the local archaeologists found the original ceramic here, but in little pieces, and they have made a good restoration process, and the original and complete ceramic you can find in the small museum that is located in the principal entry of this archaeological site.